All right, we've got lots to test. So let's break this down by first focusing on the DAO, and we've got a couple of classes that we have to implement. Now, for testing the repository in here, what we're going to do is use test containers, and test containers will allow us to have a database that we can spin up during test so that we can execute and run our queries. So you've seen that we have a bunch of select statements, delete statements, and some Spring Data JPA stuff with Hibernate. So we need a way of testing that whatever SQL query we wrote is indeed correct. So we're going to install test containers because we need a database that we can rely for running our tests. In here, within the official documentation for test containers for Java, and in here you can see that you can read more about test containers, but test containers for Java is a library that supports unit tests, providing lightweight throwaway instances of common databases, Selenium WebDrivers, or anything else that can run in a Docker container. Now the key here is providing lightweight throwaway instances of common databases. And then further, you can read here, test containers make the following kinds of tests easier. Data access layer with integration tests. So you could have MySQL, Postgres, Oracle databases, Kafka, literally you name it, MongoDB as well. Also, it makes it easier for application integration tests. So we'll actually not use test containers for integration tests, and you'll see why in a second. UI acceptance tests and much more. And the prerequisites are as follows. You need to have Docker installed and a supported JVM testing framework, either JUnit 4, 5, Spock, or manually add code to control the container test lifecycle. So we have JUnit 5 in here, and I'll show you in a second. But then we also have to add in the Maven dependency. So here, if I click on Maven, so we are using Maven, and we just need to add this, and we are good to go. If I scroll down, you can see that they've got more stuff in here, the sponsors, backers, and whatnot. But this is pretty much what test containers gives you. They give you an environment where you can spin up and throw databases for testing.